Hello, hello, everybody. Welcome back to Realnesss with 3 S's. I'm your host, Sheilanfrancis, with my co-host for the week, Miss T-Joy. How are you today, Miss T-Joy?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm hot. I'm fabulous, though. Like, I'm great. I am great. We're going to be talking about Love Island USA Season 4, Episode 31. 31. Now, did you get a chance to watch Unseen Bits this weekend?
I watched a little bit of it. Yeah, for the most part. Yeah.
Was there anything to report on? Because I tend to forget. And then I'm like, oh, right. I guess I should have watched that.
Oh, it was just this thing where Isaiah, Timmy, and Jesse call themselves like these chefs, like, right? So it's like the barbecue chefs, like the barbecue, and so it's like they're a gang. So Timmy is the master chef, and Isaiah is the top chef, and Jesse is the sous chef. And they like wrote on these hats and they wrote like all of this stuff on the hats. They wear their hats. And then they have this special barbecue sauce. Ooh. And they walk around to everybody and they're asking them like, hey, do you want to take the challenge of our barbecue sauce? And you have to be able to let them squeeze however much they want in your mouth without until they say stop, and then you can swallow, Okay. And so they're going around. And so Deb is like, look how stupid Deb and Zeta are, like, look how stupid they look. Like, what are they doing? So they're watching them from up in the treehouse. So then they decide to like go and investigate. So then they become detectives and they want to get the sauce. And so like they're just rolling around, trying to take their hats and trying to get the sauce, and then they see them and it's kind of like go after them, but then they're like spraying them with, I think it's like mousse, like hair mousse and stuff. So it just becomes like this whole thing, but so that was pretty much it. Okay. But Phoebe, they're like, do you want to try our sauce? And they're like, you can't, you have to take, however much we squeeze. And she was like, oh, I can take it. And then they're like, and then you can swallow. She was like, oh, I always swallow. And I was like,
of course you do, Phoebe. Of course.
You know how I feel about her.
So. Well, we're going to be talking probably a lot more about how we feel about her in a few moments. Hi, Jessica. Thank you for being here. Hello, V.
Hi, V.
Hi, Jaquan. Hi, Sean. So, hi, ladies. Looking forward to hearing Phoebe get dragged.
Yes, Sean. We are going to drag her for filth. Okay.
I am so mad that woman is an Aquarius, but I know she's really young, so she'll figure out how to be a better Aquarius, I think. As she gets older.
Okay. But, let's hope so.
Yeah, she's gonna get dragged. Hi, Joel.
Hi, Joel.
Here. All right, so let's talk about this episode.
Yeah.
We start right back at when we see Mackenzie walk into the dressing room and bumps into Chad and Phoebe. So I was already annoyed by that scene, like last time when we talked about it. I was just like, right. Oh, of course. And, we see that what happens after, obviously. I think Sydney came in shortly and Mackenzie didn't say anything. Sydney's like, oh, how was your night? And she's like, oh, yeah, it's good. And like, oh, I'm like, whatever. And like, she didn't say anything about it. And we see Phoebe go back downstairs with Chad and she's all like, yeah, like, I'm so amazing. I'm so wanted. Like, and then she's like, oh, it's cold out here. Like, you need to go get a sweater. She only is going to go get a sweater because she wants to go and rub it in their face again that all their guys want her.
Exactly.
So annoying. And so when she gets back in there to get her sweater, she's like, oh yeah, I guess Chad. Like,
I just wanted to tell you because it's like I just wanted to be honest and be able to tell you. I love you. I love you so much. I just wanted to tell you.
And Mackenzie's like, good for you, girl. Good for you, girl.
and Sydney is like, what? Like, what's going on here?
I bet you Phoebe thought that they were talking about her in the dressing room. She wanted to go back in and interject to be like, "Are you talking about me?" Like, well, I'm right here, so you can say, like, she probably thought that there's going to be a confrontation.
Mm-hmm. But egg on your face, because Mackenzie is mature. She doesn't have to go and just tattle everything. You know what I mean? She doesn't have to do that. She's not you. So she wasn't even going to say anything because, first of all, Mackenzie is new to the group. None of these people are her friends. They're not her friends. She has not developed those types of bonds. And she wasn't trying to be the victim. She saw what she saw, and she was just like, okay, I'll keep it in the back of my mind, and I'll proceed accordingly. But no, here you come. And then it's so fake because it's like, but I love you. You do not love me. Mm-hmm. You do not love me.
But I had to tell you.
Oh, she's so annoying.
We have some more friends joining us. Hi, Nia.
Hi, Nia.
Hello, CJ.
CJ. Hi.
Hi, Selena for life.
Hi, Selena.
She gives you a high back. So Selena says, even though I haven't seen episode 31, I feel like I'm all caught up and can listen on a live. You'll be able to actually with this one. For the most part, it was a Twitter challenge, and I wrote down all the questions, so you'll be able to be caught up for sure. Jessica says Phoebe thinks that it's just that if she just says what she did, that the girls have no reason to be upset. But I would be upset with how nonchalant she is, acting like the girls don't have feelings about it. Yeah, like Phoebe doesn't seem to get that being a girl's girl means you stay away from your girls' guys. Whether no matter what like level, you shouldn't be deciding on whether or not they're in a serious enough relationship for you to be able to like go and interfere. That's not what a girl's girl does, you know? Like if your friend is talking to them, thinking about them, dealing with them, like, you know, made eye contact with them, it's kind of hands off. They called it first. You know what I mean?
Exactly. And this isn't something where you're like a teenager and you're like, I'm going to rebel and I'll apologize later instead of asking for permission. No, this isn't how this works. This is supposed to be where you're supposed to be mature and an adult, and you're supposed to be trying to develop bonds and friendships along with courtship and, you know, trying to enter into a relationship, and you conduct yourself accordingly. You go to her and say, hey, I just want to be clear. I'm going to be pursuing Chad. I know you're coupled with him, but he has told me he's open to me, and I'm going to pursue him. And that might mean we might kiss or talk or whatever, but I'm pursuing him. And then Mackenzie would be like, okay, but you're just so grimy. She's just so grimy. Legs gapped all open, pulling him to her. Oh, I just can't take it.
Okay, so Jessica says, what was the point of Phoebe sneaking to kiss Chad if she was going to just tell Mackenzie? No need for cloak and dagger. Because she wanted the moment. She thought that she's creating another Timmy Zeta moment.
Right.
And it did not have that energy at all. And I'm sorry, I also really am not feeling Chad at all.
Me neither. And she also is not self-aware. And neither is Chad. As much as he meditates, you would think he would have a clue. I mean, young Red came, you don't know anything. He is not getting anything from that meditation.
Well, definitely he's not been enlightened as of yet. You know what I mean? Maybe he's just still practicing, but he hasn't had maybe I don't know. Or what type of meditation that he's doing, if it's just like releasing thoughts, I don't know. But I would like to hear more about his practice, to be honest.
It's fraudulent. We already know that.
He's like, I'm sorry, but I would pulled Phoebe's hair and dragged her out of the villa. I would have considered it, not gonna lie.
Oh, goodness me. You can't do that V until they eliminate you. Don't get put off. But then if you were eliminated, that's when you pull her hair and then drag her. Like, because you're like, I'm already going home.
But you know what, though? Phoebe would be the type of person to press charges, so it would be a problem.
That's true. Because she thinks she knows the law. She's going to go to law school. That is true.
Hi, Juan. Thank you for being here. Al Francisco, hello. Love your recaps. Thank you. You ladies go into detail unlike other recap channels. Yes, thank you for that. Thank you, Al Francisco. That's what's fun for us, is going like too deep into the show. But like it really gets me like riled up. So I'm glad you enjoy it. Okay. What's Jaquan going to say? Jaquan tends to not agree with what I think sometimes. So let's see what Jaquan has to say. My thing about Chad, Phoebe, and other Islanders is when they flip-flopping, I think that there is a week left and you still not talking to one person at this point you're playing. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I agree.
Exactly.
I agree.
Exactly.
Dolores. Hi, Dolores. Sorry, Chad is a cat.
Dolores.
Yes. He is a cat. Like... But he's not like, isn't cats so like actually ladies' mans though? Like that, like they're actually have like suave and like they're like debonair. Like, isn't that what a cat is? Just like
oh, I don't know what a cat is.
It's like,
I thought that was
British word
Canadian.
for male I think. Dolores is in Florida, I believe. So she's American. Okay, hold on.
Oh, okay. I don't know.
Cat is a British term.
A British term.
Okay. Oh, a man who behaves dishonorably, especially towards women. Okay. I thought it was
he's definitely a cat. He's a cat. Mm-hmm.
I thought it was more so like they're a suave, but like maybe that's just like their style. Like they're, you know, if each person could be a rich cad, you know, go around and just use women. Yes, he is a cad. Hi, Sharnice.
Hi, Sharnice.
Annoying part is that Phoebe don't even like Chad like that. She hasn't had any real connection. She's just going around and kissing everybody, saying that we have a real connection.
Girl, yes. And even when the people read the tweet, she is so not aware that she's like, they get it. I'm just trying to find a connection. Like, they get it. No, they don't get it. We see that you are trying with everybody. She still didn't get it. She did not even see the tweet as an insult. She didn't get
it. Yeah, see, Florida, but yes, and cad is the correct word for Chad. But like, he's not even that good at it, and that's what annoys me. You know what I mean?
He's not even cute. He hasn't even fully grown a mustache. Like, what is that? It's like 10 hairs on there. What is going on?
He's still quite young though. So, okay. So how did you feel about this? We get a text next and the hideaway is open. Who did you think they were going to send to the hideaway? And how did you feel about it?
Naja and Jeff. I thought Naja and Jeff were going to go. I forgot all about Jesse and Jeff. Oh, they're going to send Naja and Jeff. That's who I thought was going to go. And then they were like, Jesse and Deb. I'm like, they're going to waste. They're not going to do anything in there.
I mean, I thought that she looked really good when she was going to the hideaway. Like she looked fit and sexy with her black, little house coat and lingerie. He looked fine. I don't know. Was he wearing his Crocs in there? No, I can't remember.
Yeah. Yes, he was.
Honey,
but when he got on that pole, I'm like, she's not gonna get on the pole. You gonna get on the pole? When he got on that pole, and he looked like he was a pro at it because he was really like getting around the pole. I was like,
So you're starting to feel him?
No, I was just wondering, where has he been practicing on the pole? I wasn't feeling it.
Maybe he watched that TV show Making Magic Mike. And
maybe so.
Have you seen it?
I have not. I've seen the movie, but I haven't seen the TV show.
I think it's on HBO Max or one of them. Yeah, I think so. And it's like basically to do like a stage performance show, I believe in Vegas, where they had like dance competitions and then like striptease competition, and they just kept on narrowing down guys. So it's totally like American Idol, but to be on the Magic Mike.
Okay.
Anyways. Oh, Jessica. I fast forwarded through that hideaway. I was very uncomfortable, not gonna lie.
They were playing patty cake. I don't know. What were they
playing? I wrote down patty cake, but I mean, maybe it could be Miss Mary Mac.
Oh, yeah. I don't know. Black. That's what they were playing. With silver buttons. Yeah, I think that was
back.
And then when you go 1, 2, they were trying, and then they were like, "Oh, you always messed up. We almost got to the end." I was like, "This what y'all doing?" I mean, you can do whatever you want, and because when he was on the pole, she was like, "I'm so turned on," and I was like, "Oh, okay," but then nothing came of it. She was like, "I'm so turned on right now," but then I don't know. And then they were too busy eating the chocolate. They're the only people we know brought food back from the hideaway.
Wait, did you see that he had like 2 Tupperwares when he came back? And I was like, is that food for the hideaway or was that like your retainer? Like, I was just like, I don't know what's in those Tupperwares. It might have been a retainer.
I don't know. I'm like, where did they get Tupperware containers? I don't know. It was weird. It was so weird.
Selena says Jesse and Deb look so awkward when they kiss. It's not second. I don't like it at all. I don't like it at all. They're my least favorite kissers to watch. I'm sorry, guys. Deb, you're growing on me. I'm liking Deb more and more. Wasn't a big fan. Too. Jesse, I'm still not vibing with him. Like, I don't know. I don't find him sexy. I don't really like his personality that much. Like, he's just kind of like, meh. I thought he had so much more promise at the beginning of the season. And then I was like, oh, this is him. I'm like,
this is him. This is as good as we're going to get.
But I definitely don't like watching them kiss at all.
Yeah.
Totally right. This hideaway was like 2 friends spending time together, no chemistry at all. It was uncomfortable to watch. It was kind of like they both knew that they had to be like intimate and sexual, and like they know that that's what the audience is expecting in the hideaway, and even all their other islanders. But like, I don't feel like they were comfortable in like being that sexual, and so I was uncomfortable. Okay, Jaquan didn't watch the episode, but I listened to someone recap. I thought that Jeff and Nadja should have went on the hideaway.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, they would have had more sexual chemistry and like they would have made out more. I don't know if they would sleep together. I don't care. But I think it's probably because they also know that Nadja doesn't like him really. Like, I don't think she likes him.
You don't think she likes Jeff at all?
A little bit, but like not. I think it's a little bit put on. I do.
Oh, okay.
You're 100%. You think they're 100% in? You think the real deal?
No. I don't think. No, they're not getting married or anything. No. But I thought that they genuinely liked each other. Like, but I thought it was just a temporary like I like you, I'm cool, and I really want to be matched with you, and I like you, I have chemistry with you, I'm attracted to you. But are they going to be long-term? No, I don't think so. But I thought that she really did like him, though. I thought it was a turning point when they came back from Casa Amor. I thought that was a turning point when she saw that he came back by himself and she had got the guy. And I thought it was like something clicked in her head, like, oh, no, he really likes me. I like him, too.
For me, what I thought that clicked was the fact that he's really popular and he came back by himself. I thought that he'd probably go around and get like another girl. Oh, he doesn't get a girl? Ooh, let me go be with Jeff because he's popular and I want to stay in the villa. That's how I feel. I mean, I do think she likes him more than she did before she went to Casa Amor, or she's giving that off. I do. But if there was somebody else that was popular that she was more attracted to, I don't think that she'd be sprung on Jeff. But we'll see. I mean, they'll probably make it to the ending. It's to the final. Charnice says the patty cake part was cute, though. I mean, it's cute.
Yeah, it's cute.
It's fine.
Yeah.
But I agree with you, Selena. No chemistry there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, friend vibes and nothing else.
Yeah.
Exactly. I think that Nadja likes that the fans vote Jeff is getting. Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Dude, she likes that he's popular. I agree about Nadja not being into him. Most of the time when we see them kiss, it's just pecks, not full-on kisses. Yeah, I haven't seen, and then she always goes like this, like whenever like they kiss, right? So like you can't like actually see it, which is fine. I don't need to see everybody's kisses, but like I can't, I would be able to tell more whether or not she was into him if I could actually see the kiss. And she's always like, so.
Oh, okay. Now you're playing the game. Okay.
So then we see our girl Phoebe breaking up with Joel, and she doesn't feel that much. She's like that feels that way about him, and like I don't think we can get together like in an intimate level. Like, you know, we have like such good conversation, but like I don't know if like there's like, you know, like that like romantic like chemistry with us.
She said like 22 times.
Did you count? You counted.
I know I did count, and it was 16. No, I did count.
16?
It was 16. And
that's a lot of likes.
It's a lot of likes. It's a lot of likes. She needs to get better. Closing arguments aren't going to go well. Like.
Well, I mean, like saying like is a filler, right? Or gives you time to like be kind of likable and like, you know, being relatable. Like it's a filler word. So I do think that if she's actually doing closing arguments or whatever, she'll have some cold hard facts. And she would have practiced it so many times that without likes. So I think that she'll be okay in the courtroom. But with this conversation, she was like,
she's like failed.
Does he feel dumb though that he picked her?
I hope so. I hope so. He is not the victim. He is not the victim. I do not feel sorry for him. Okay? You do stupid things and you win stupid prizes. Okay? So there you go. Talking about you have a house, you're trying to save up enough money to open a gym, you're trying to be married, but you pick a 21-year-old. Like, that's
already bounced around to like 4 other guys before you, which is fine. But I don't think that she has the same intention as you do.
Exactly. Mr. Joel. And he knew that. He hadn't even kissed her. Had they even kissed outside of a challenge?
No, she kissed him before the recoupling. Oh no, that was Chad. Sorry.
Chad. Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't think her and Joel had even kissed. Outside of like a challenge or anything.
I don't remember now. So Jaycon also says, Kat and Jared did a live earlier and spoke on Jeff and Nadja's relationship, but I think that they're kind of like Gemma and Luca from the UK. He probably is just into her a little more. Definitely Jeff is into her. Definitely. I'd say a lot more, but I can see this comparison because like, I don't think that Gemma's into Luca. Did you watch UK?
No, I don't watch UK.
I think you're going to need to.
Okay.
I think you need to do a marathon of season 5. You'll like it. Season 7, season 3, season 4 in that order. I think you should do it. And then if you feel inclined, then do season 2, season 1, and then season 6.
Okay.
But season 5, get on it. And then season 7 is where Gemma and Luca are from.
Okay. Where do I watch it at?
Oh man, they might still have it on Daily Motion. I used a VPN and I watched it
on the channel. Okay. We'll have to talk later.
Okay. I have a VPN link if you want to use my affiliate link. But yeah, anyways, I just watched it on their channel and I put in a postal code. So yeah, I believe previous seasons would be on there actually, so that could be an easy way. Other than that, I believe some people uploaded on Daily Motion. That's where I had watched it seasons before, and then before that I've also watched it on, if you have like Kodi or any other those like kind of like Roku sticks type stuff. Roku, like sometimes you can not Roku, but some of them have like you can upload different content. So we'll get you to watch it. We'll figure it out for you.
Let me just say this though about Jeff. I do think that he's into her, but I have thought this since the beginning when Jeff came on. I also think Jeff is playing up to a role too, because I think he is a playboy and he keeps saying like he wants to change and he ready to settle. But I also feel like he had a game plan where he was going to come across that way on the show. So even though he is more into her, he's not going to be brokenhearted. He's not going to be one of them people like, if they don't last, he brokenhearted. He's going to be on to somebody. He's going to be in the club the next weekend on to somebody else, because I just feel like that's kind of how his personality is. So
I can see that. Ooh, Dana says that it's on Hulu.
Ooh, Dana, thank you.
Thank you, Dana.
Yay.
Fun. Okay, so Charnice is saying that someone on Twitter said that Nadja and Phoebe bond over being rejected by Isaiah. Actually, I know that the conversation comes a bit later, I believe, but like, it is kind of annoying how like
Nadja stands for her.
Yes.
She really takes up for her, and I really don't like it. And I feel like Mackenzie doesn't have anybody. Like the other girls just sit there like, and Mackenzie doesn't have anybody, and I just don't like that. Oh, Jeff, come here. Jeff, come here. Oh, Jeff will know. Jeff will know. And like, and then
she's trying to be top dog in the villa, top couple.
Ugh, I don't like it. I don't like it at all. I mean, and then she's like, gonna go with Phoebe to talk to Sydney. I mean, because we just want to talk to you. No, you really weren't concerned. You just wanted to be there when Phoebe gloated in her face and was like, "Well, Jeff is kind of saying. I mean, I don't know because he didn't say it to me. I just don't like. I don't care for Phoebe at all. She's disingenuous. Like."
I literally forgot that Naja was like snot nose crying over Isaiah. I literally forgot.
Remember?
I was like, what? Oh my God. When we were like, girl, why are you crying over this man? Do you think that Jeff will still be into her?
And it had been 2 days. And it had been 2 days. Remember? It had been 2 days.
Do you think that Jeff is still going to be into her if he watches that back?
I wonder.
I wouldn't be.
Jeff gonna have so much action in his inbox. He ain't gonna be with it. He's not gonna be with it. He is not gonna be with it.
So we see Mackenzie talk to Chad, and they kind of both friend zone each other. They're saying that, like, I don't know if it's romantic. She agrees. Like, do you think that she just did that because of the kiss part, and like she just doesn't feel like connecting? Do you think that she does feel that way? Like, what do you think about her intentions for this conversation?
I think she wanted to be as polite and as pleasant as possible because she doesn't want any friction, because she knows she's still going to be on the show. But I think she had self-respect, and she had drawn a line, and both of them had crossed it. And she like, you're not going to play me like a fool. So let's just go ahead and say you're not going to pursue each other. So then you don't have to sneak around, and be doing this stuff. We'll just call it that we don't have it. I think she really genuinely was interested in trying to pursue something with him, but she doesn't like the way he moved. You know what I mean? And it's like, you're not going to be doing this for him. I'm not going to be competing with you with this little 21-year-old. I'm not going to be doing this. So she probably was
23. Like, okay. Oh, well, Phoebe's 21. Right. No, agreed. And, it's just like, Mackenzie's just probably just, I don't really care. Like, I don't want to be pushing into it. And okay, with Phoebe though, and like sneaking around and doing that kiss, like I think it was because she wanted to have screen time for sure. She was hoping to have like a moment like Timmy and Zeta, but like she keeps on going on about how she's like so genuine and such a girl's girl, a genuine girl. Like, that's very disrespectful.
It is.
Like, she's actually coupled up with this person, and they both had the intention of pursuing things with each other. And now you're stealing him away for kisses. And like, now, like, you have more say in like what goes on between Mackenzie and Chad. Like, okay, we're getting to that conversation because I was pissed when Phoebe and
when Mackenzie they were in the dressing room. Were you pissed? I was pissed when they were in the dressing room.
Oh, and really?
was like putting on her cape for her, and she was like, no, because Jeff and I have talked to him, and because she was like, that's so unfair. Like, she the victim. You kissing this girl, the person she coupled up with, and you the victim because she's telling you, well, I just want you to know he downplaying his feelings for you. That's so not fair for you to say in front of everyone that he is downplaying his feelings for me. Like, to you, he's doing that to you. And here goes Naja. Yeah, because Jeff and I talked to him, and he is, and I'm like, nobody comes to Mackenzie's rescue. Everybody else is in there like doing their makeup or whatever. I mean, getting ready for bed, and everybody's just like, like, I don't even want to be in it. Nobody sticks up for Mackenzie. She's like, how am I being unfair? I just was like, this girl goes around kissing everybody's man. Now she want to be the victim. I think that's so unfair.
She says no one doesn't want to have any accountability. Absolutely not. But before we got to that conversation, they all get ready for bed, and like the covers were moving in the hideaway a little bit. I was like, there's no way that they were having sex. Were
Did you see that? It was like she was on top of him.
Yeah.
And then it was like, what's going on here? And did you notice that when they woke up, right? And
she's still wearing makeup?
No, you couldn't see bra straps.
Oh, I didn't.
And then later on, they shot away at the bed again, and you could see straps.
Yeah.
And I was like, had they fallen down, or was that thing off? So I was trying to figure out. She claims he only got the second base, but
But he also said he slid it in.
And then she was like,
second
base. And he was like, yeah.
Well, so the next morning is when that downplay the feelings comment came up. And yeah, maybe Mackenzie was being a little bit, catty, a little bit, but like I was fine with her saying it because she didn't really say anything that wrong, I don't think. Being
right.
She's like, I probably would have backed off or sooner is probably what she's thinking if I'd known that he was so into you. Just be like, just wanted you to know, like he downplays to me his feelings for you. And like I do believe to a certain extent that she was basically saying like, hey, like he's downplaying his feelings so that he could go and bounce around and do whatever he wants with other people. So like he's not being completely clear with me about how he felt about you. And he was completely clear to me about how he felt about Courtney. And so the fact that she had to take some attitude in that moment, I was like, Phoebe, how are you? You're going to be a lawyer? How are you not seeing what's going on here?
Right.
Like the attitude that she took, I was like, I was pissed. I was like, Phoebe, to make yourself the victim here was like, why don't you want the audience to like you?
She does. She's so full of herself, but she probably thinks they like her. She probably thinks they like her.
Jaquan says, "Yep, you can watch every episode. Old Love Island seasons are on Hulu, and so you're all UK as well. That's awesome.
That is awesome."
I don't like the way that Nadja instigates. I hope the girls see through her BS. The Isaiah reject needs to be humbled. Oh,
yes.
Oh,
yes, B.
She does need to be humbled, absolutely. And I don't like the way she instigates either because she only seems to have grace for Phoebe's situation and not for the people that Phoebe is hurting in the process.
Right.
It's rude. Jeff and Nadja have no chemistry at all either. I don't say at all, but no, I'd say more than Jesse.
Yeah.
And Deb. So Mackenzie basically did that so they could use her as collateral damage for their tired storyline. Jeff knew that Nadja was crying over Isaiah. Do you remember when she said that he would sleep outside? A few days later, they were kissing in bed. Wait. Jeff knew. Oh, okay.
Because Isaiah was sleeping outside. Who was sleeping outside?
I guess Jeff was sleeping outside, and then they were kissing in bed.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yes, Jeff did. Yep, you're right, CJ. Jeff did know, and he did distance himself, and that was right before Casa Amor.
Oh.
Yeah, you're right.
Yep. You're so right about Jeff because he's always talking about being loved by America and how funny he is. Hi, Miss St. Pete. Ladies, yes, exactly, Miss C. We love Jeff, but very shortly after arriving, he was saying, I'm America's favorite.
Yeah.
He is, though. Just join. Hi, Nicole. I think every viewer is over Phoebe at this point.
Yes, Nicole. Yes, Nicole.
Not a good place. Mackenzie wasn't wrong because when Phoebe took it to Chad, he basically said what Mac said.
Right.
Exactly. Oh my God, we're going to get to that point. So obviously Deb and Jesse, they had their little interview, confessional, talking about sliding into second base. So what is second base?
I thought second base was like fondling and like groping and stuff, right?
Second base.
It's like you like tongue kiss and you fondle and stuff and squeeze.
See what it says. Okay, some people only consider French kissing as to getting to first base. Second base is direct physical contact, usually meaning his hands to her breast. It could also include other forms of petting, touching, and groping. Third base may include manual or oral sex for either partner.
Yes.
Okay, so just a little bit of dry humping and petting, I suppose.
So is that what they were doing? We saw under the covers they were dry humping.
That's my guess.
Ooh, boy.
So even Zena,
who has done that since the high school? Dry humping.
I don't know, people that are going the planes. Oh my God, people are so nasty on planes. So yeah, maybe that. So they get back, and obviously the girls talk with the girls, guys with guys. I didn't write down what Jesse said to the guys. He was like, "Oh, there's like mask and like there's a pole." Like I don't know. I don't remember what he said.
Oh yeah, he was just telling them, and Timmy and Isaiah was like, "We know, like, like,
we've all been to the hideaway, okay."
And then Sydney asked Deb. She was like, "Do you think you expanded you all's bond?" And she was like, "Yes, it got much deeper." So that was it. She
claimed. Zena was like, "Any juicy goss?" And she's like, "I got a kiss on my prom night." That's not juicy goss, babe. But
ma'am.
So the girl Phoebe has a chat with Chaz, and she replays the downplay conversation, and she wants to know if is there any validity, to this what she's saying, and like, yeah, there is validity. Fully, right. There was validity. Fully, there was. Because, like, he's like, "Oh, I'm not going to tell her exactly how I feel because, like, that would be rude." And then, right. And then Chad's all like, "It's so unnecessary."
Like, right? That's what I'm saying. That's what I told her. Like, he's not going to say it to you. She was like, "That's what I told her."
And she's like, "Oh my God, I just like, it's so attractive that like you stand up for yourself." And I'm just like, like, oh, like, so Chad is irritated by the situation, and all I wrote down is like, I can't stand them both.
Exactly. I was like, that boy and that 10 hairs on that mustache, that annoys me so bad.
Miss St. Pete says the favorite line of the night was, "But it wasn't this way with Courtney."
Ooh, yes.
He wasn't.
Yes, Miss St. Pete.
Exactly. So Phoebe should have realized that Chad was downplaying Phoebe to Mackenzie so that he could still mess around with both of them. Yeah. Yes. Phoebe is not coming off too smart. No.
But she's so into herself. She doesn't see it, Jessica. She feels like she has the ability to make all the men forget about all the other women in the villa. They can only concentrate on her. And I hated that whole tweet and comment came out, and it was like a compliment to Phoebe and a diss towards Sydney, because that only filled her head up with more.
We're getting to it. I'm pissed. I was pissed. I'm gonna give more pistas. Dolores says second base, aka play date. I honestly think there's nothing wrong with saying you're America's favorite. I think out of the guys, it's probably Timmy and Jeff, but I still feel Bria was kind of robbed of an opportunity by Zimmy stands. I wanted Bria to still be in there.
Because I wanted Bria to stay. I am a Zimmy stan.
I wanted Bria to stay. I thought Bria and Jeff could have been an interesting thing.
Yeah.
I thought that Bria should have stayed.
I wanted her to stay. Yeah, I wanted her to stay. Yeah.
So, but I don't think that Timmy and Bria was it. Like,
no. I wanted her to stay to try to get with Jeff.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah.
And we see that Jeff.
I would have took her over her brother any day. I want her brother to go home. I would have took her over her brother any day.
100%. But Chaz has been saying that apparently Jeff wants to still see, Bria when he gets out. So.
I mean, for her to be going home, they were definitely like tongue kissing and stuff. And I was like, what is going on here? They were like doing all that kissing as she was leaving. But yet she was getting on all the interviews still talking about Timmy. So I was very confused. I didn't know what was going on.
Well, yeah, I have lots of problems with Bria and like how she was moving in the villa. But I do think that she could have had an opportunity with somebody else. With like a lot of these guys, actually. I was going to say Chaz.
If it wasn't his sister, he would have tried.
So CJ says, just second base. The season's almost over. LOL. They could have kept that info to themselves. Well,
exactly, CJ, because they have been together since day one.
Dolores says, I'm sorry. Phoebe reminds me of a slinky. Bounce, bounce, bounce. Yep.
Yep.
So Phoebe is going to be in for a rude awakening, and it will be partially the producer's fault for allowing any real tweets for her. Yeah, she thinks that she's it. Okay, so then Phoebe pulls Mackenzie, and they have a friggin' little bit of a tiff. And like Phoebe is so dumb and wrong in this conversation.
She's so
Mackenzie's
dumb.
well, oh, you know everything, Mackenzie. You know, I mean, you know everything, Phoebe. You know everything. And
Right.
she's like, well, like, I know that, like, you know, he said this, he's not going to say this to you and you're in front of you. And I'm just like, I can't stand you. Like, you can't even fight like somebody that I would want to have a fight with, you know?
And I'm just so glad that at some point, because I would not have entertained her, period. But at some point, Mackenzie just cut it off because,
She's like,
you know, you can't argue with a fool because then nobody knows who's who. Don't do it. It was just like she didn't even need to take part in the conversation. And then you saw Naja, she was eavesdropping, like trying to hear everything. And none of the girls. Now people have like tried to talk to other people, or nobody has done this in the villa before she came. No other woman was confronting another woman and having a tiff over some. Nobody was doing this before she came.
mm-hmm.
And I was like, she is so immature. Like, let it go. It's not even who you're not even coupled with him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's like, wait, you're mad at the guy, like at her just mentioning that the guy that she's coupled with,
Right,
has not been talking you up in the relationship, like, or
right,
like of his feelings for you. And just be like, I think she could also even have been like, hey, I was really trying to look out for you because like I had no idea that he was that into you. And if I'd known that, I wouldn't have been pursuing him.
right.
Right? That's probably like what she was really saying in all of this. And
Exactly.
Phoebe's saying like, oh, you're just saying that because like you're low self-esteem and whatever else she was saying, that like, oh, you know, you have to go and take down other women to pump up yourself. And I was like, is this projection, Phoebe? Projection? Do I see projection? Because that's exactly what Phoebe was doing when she was trying to get her claws into Isaiah. She was putting down Sydney to pump herself up to
Yep.
look better in front of Isaiah.
Exactly.
And for her to be calling out Mackenzie on the same thing, it's like pot calling the kettle black there, Miss Phoebe.
Exactly. And Sydney never came and tried to have a argument with her. Sydney never did that.
Nope, not at all. So Phoebe, yeah, mentally in high school. She's
Yeah.
very, very young. So. Okay, so Jake One wants to know what our honest thoughts are about Sydney and Isaiah. I think Sydney is probably in love and will let him walk all over her anytime she put her foot down. She will still go back to him. I'm not sure. It's a TV show. She's 21. She wants to stay on the
21
show.
too?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my.
Same with Isaiah.
Oh wow. I did remember he was 21. I don't know why I thought Sydney was older. But I mean, Sydney acts more mature than Phoebe. I know that much. I think
she's basically a year older than Phoebe though, because her birthday's in December, or November. Okay. So she's turning 22 this year.
Okay, Jaquan, I really think that if they were outside of the house, I don't think Sydney would let him get away with as much as she lets him get away with now. I think, you have to think about, she's factoring in, who else would I couple with? I have like been dedicated to him this whole time. Nobody else is going to couple with me. So if I want to stay on the island, he's my way to stay. And she does really like him, and they consummated their relationship. And that always clouds your judgment and feelings and thoughts, and but I do think that if they were outside of this though, I don't think she would put up with as much.
No, and like she did say in that recoupling, she's like, a girl like me doesn't stay single for long. I think that that's probably true. I'm sure that she has her pick of a lot of people that want to take care of her. I could see a lot of older men being really into her and wanting to treat her really well. And so I don't know if she would be entertaining these antics of this young boy outside the villa. I think she's attracted to him. I think she is into him. I think that she wants to be with him inside this villa. But I agree with you. If they were outside of the villa, I think that she would have a lot of other distractions, and she wouldn't have to see him every day to like want to get back together with him. So I think she might just ghost him or whatever. Oh, she's 22, so she's turning 23.
Okay.
Still very young. Hi, Marcia. So Marcia says production is so messy trying to tear down Sydney down. The knee that would crush her to hear. Also, them not showing any of the tweets regarding Phoebe's behavior is suspect. Yep. Okay, we're getting to this challenge. Okay, let's just do it. So, anything else you want to say about that fight with Phoebe and Mackenzie? All I wrote down was Lord Phoebe is annoying.
Yes.
So annoying. I mean, what else is annoying is that sometimes people just need to like fight better. Like I could say so many things just to shut Phoebe up. And like Mackenzie just didn't say these things to shut her up.
Exactly. Like, so if you're not going to shut her up, then just don't even participate. Right.
Exactly. So the text, we get a text and we're going to learn how the online public feels about their relationship. So the first one is, and we had we had Zeta and Timmy hosting, which I thought was also interesting, maybe because they didn't have that many negative tweets about them.
Right.
So blank flying first class while blank is in coach because he's too good for him.
Ooh, boy, I didn't even know that was pertaining to Zeta because I saw a preview and I was like, who is this about? But they were like, oh, she's too good for you. And he was all salty, talking about, I'm glad you got reception in your mother's basement. He was salty.
I laughed though, because that's funny. like calling out Twitter fingers. Like I laughed. It was petty, but it was funny, I thought.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I agree with you, Jessica. I'm glad Timmy didn't seem too bothered by the tweet. Like he was shocked when he saw it. Like it was us. Like he definitely was surprised. But his response in the confessional, it was gold. And I also love that, like, Zeta was like, oh, I don't want anybody to say anything mean about my boy. Oh, he can come into first class with me.
Yeah.
So cute.
It's so cute.
Okay, she's trying to, they knew, sorry. Oh, the knee. I was like, they knew. Okay. I got it now, Marcia. Thank you. Sorry, what's this one? So I think Mackenzie, Chad, and Phoebe and Joel will definitely be at the bottom since those couples are not together. I think that they'll have the Islanders save one guy, one girl. Okay, hold on. Let's take a moment here before we get back to the tweet challenge. Who do you think that they will change?
Please, Lord. Please,
Lord. Okay, do you know what? Okay, we're gonna get back to this in 1 second because I think I know what who they're gonna save, but it's because of one of these tweets. So the next one is blank still has a thing for blank and blank and blank and blank and blank and blank. And like you see Zeta's like I think it's 6. And Phoebe. So, Phoebe still has a thing for Isaiah and Joel and Chad and Jesse and Jeff and Timmy. Ouch. So
there's so many people. So many people. They even included Timmy in there. I was like, they including everybody.
Blank, if you know your worth, then why are you going to jump back to a man that tried to jump ship on you twice now?
Ooh, twice.
Well, you know the answer. But Deb thought it could be her for the fact that she did say about the vow thing, and then she said serenity, and so I'm wondering if they've had more conversations about that.
I know. I was surprised when she said serenity. I was like, I know he kissed her, but that's all we saw. Like that time he kissed her in the challenge, that's all we saw. But it must have been something else because why would she say that?
They must have had conversations about it that they didn't show us.
Uh-huh.
But of course, it was Sydney, and it was pertaining to the fact that the first day or two, he kind of broke it off with her, and then obviously the cast had more time. So they got a point. That sucks though. Blank is faking his strong feelings for blank. He's not attracted to her emotionally or physically. No one can convince me of this. Yeah, Jesse and Deb.
Jesse. And here goes Jesse. I don't know why they're saying this. I'm attracted to her emotionally. I'm like, Jesse, prove it. Prove it. Where? We don't see it. But
I did laugh when Deb was like, When was this data collected? So I guess she's like wondering if it was before Casa More. I mean, Hideaway. So I thought
because she thinks they've been doing better. Remember, she told him he's been kissing better. So I think she thinks it's getting better. Mm-hmm.
I mean, it shouldn't be that much work though.
Right.
So
like
finally
40
catching.
days.
Yeah, no, I mean, I don't know. You either kiss well with somebody right at the beginning or you don't.
Right. I don't know.
Finally catching up on hashtag Love Island USA, and it looks like blank and blank are giving peanut butter and jelly vibes for show. A perfect match.
Were you surprised at that, Mackenzie and Joel?
Yes, but that's what I was thinking, is maybe because they heard that they would give Mackenzie and Joel a chance and allow Phoebe and Chad to go and try their ting in the outside world.
Right. Hopefully, because I need her.
Oh,
but
Naja's
gonna be over there. She's gonna be over there. No, I think we should say Mackenzie. I think we should say
Phoebe.
I mean Phoebe. I think we should say Phoebe. She's gonna be over there doing that, and I don't want them. I want them to outrule her and be like, no.
Well, I think that they're going to be like, I think Joel deserves a chance. Chad has had several chances, right? Remember when Chad was like, what's her name? Courtney had her chance, right?
Chad's okay, so the women are going to pick the guy. That's right. So, yeah, hopefully they'll pick Joel. And then hopefully the guys, because they've all
had their turn with Phoebe.
Right.
Sorry, Phoebe, you became a villa bicycle.
Right. So, hopefully they will let her go and she can be out the door. I just don't even want to look at her or hear her. I just don't.
So the maturity levels of individual islanders in the house are very obvious. Yes, you can tell for sure. Producers trying to come for Zimmy and it failed. I know, right? You just get a nice sound bite and like a kiss. Like, breast touching. What? Where does this come from?
Oh, second base. I think that's.
We're
base.
Still there? No, this is still long ago. That's definitely second base. Just seemed to come out of nowhere. Oh my god! Like if he's watched the most recent season of Love Island UK, there's one line is like, "What? I licked a tit or whatever." I licked a tit or whatever. Anyway, so I think that maybe Mackenzie, because she's proven to be a girl's girl, right? Like you can see, we'll even see a little bit later that she tries to comfort Sydney. Even in the real world, I was watching Selly. She was giving an appreciation post for Mackenzie's birthday, saying that she's like the best friend that anyone could ever had. She rides so hard for her girlfriends. Like she could see that in Mackenzie, that she seems to be a really good friend. And so I wouldn't be surprised if she stayed.
I hope
over Phoebe, because Phoebe has already had her time with all the guys there, and I'm sure that they're kind of like, let's get her out of here. She's causing a lot of drama for the guys that they don't seem to want.
Yes.
So I was surprised that Mackenzie and Joel got the peanut butter and jelly vibes. I didn't see that at all. But he does look like all of her exes. So I did pull up those pictures before with
Oh, really?
Right? Remember? Hold on. I showed you before, I think, already. 1 second. So if my phone doesn't die, sorry if it does. Where is she? Okay, so this is Connor. Remember Connor from season 2?
Right.
Joel. And then this is she was on Summer House with Carl.
Oh, I didn't know she was on Summer House. Okay.
Yeah, she was on last season for a couple episodes. And they look exactly like Joel. Like they all look the same. So that could be why they're thinking that they're like peanut butter and jelly, because it seems like her type.
Yeah.
So blank is faking it with blank. She is playing him for a fool.
Nasha.
See?
Playing him like a fiddle, they say.
It would suck for blank to find out blank was comparing her to blank natural beauty. I was like, yikes.
I knew who it was right away because I remember
it.
him saying that.
Mm-hmm.
I remember him saying that. And Jeff should have just kept his mouth closed. It should have been like, I don't know. I don't even know. Like, I don't know.
But he's whipped.
But,
so
yes. But yeah, that hurt her. And I think it hurt her because I think there's like, she does all this tanning and stuff. Because I think it's like her skin is just like kind of uneven, like blotchy.
Yeah, but she has so many whipped cream like on every morning. Don't you see like she does like all that whipped cream on top? Like that's gonna be terrible for your skin. Terrible. All that sugar. Anyway, sorry. Like if she just cut that whipped cream, I'm sure her skin would clear up. She switch that whipped cream for a glass of water, and her skin would be flawless. But sorry.
Well, you might be talking about her face, but I'm talking about all over her body. Her skin is blotchy. And I don't think that's the sugar. I'm thinking that's something
she's putting tanning lotion on.
Yeah, because I think she has, the pigmentation in her skin and it's just blotchy. Because like you can see it like all over her body, like different ways she poses them. And I think that's why she uses so much of the tanning. She's trying to have like just an even complexion. And I think
she has a lot of freckles though. So maybe some of it's covering freckles. Maybe her skin gets blotchy in the sun as well, not being able to tan evenly. I'm not sure, but
I think that just makes her self-conscious because you're talking about natural beauty and knowing I have extensions in my hair, knowing I'm putting on makeup. She looks like she's done something to her lips. I'm putting on tanning. So like, you know what I mean? Like, I just think that she was just super sensitive to that. Like that really just.
Well, and I think that as much as like I think it's okay for people to get any sort of enhancements, you could do whatever you want with your body. Sometimes I do wonder though if some healing work internally needs to happen first. We talked about this with Courtney. I think Courtney would also be somebody that could be hurt by a comment like this. You know what I mean?
Right.
And so it's kind of like they feel like people are judging their insides with their external beauty, but it's because they judge their insides with their external beauty. Right. And so I understood why she was upset, but it shouldn't be that deep, right? Like, especially if like, if someone's like, oh, like, do they look good in the morning? Like, does she look good without makeup? And they say that about me. And I'm like, I like makeup. I look better with makeup on. I wear makeup. I like it. You know what I mean? But like, I'm also fine with like washing my face before I go to bed. And if you don't like it, then that's fine too. But I like makeup and I like putting it on and I like do it for myself for the most part. And so I wish that she had handled it more like that. I mean, like I make these enhancements because like I like the way it looks and like it makes me feel good. But it seems like it hit her to the core because she has a little bit of healing to do, it seems.
I agree. I mean, because she was just crying. It seemed like she was crying for hours over it. I'm like, is it that deep? That thing just really bothered her.
Yeah. But like, so Mackenzie and Chad won the challenge. And obviously they were one of the last couples to come in. So they've seen the dynamics outside. So they have a better idea of like what the public has been saying about people. But Isaiah was just like pissed that they're back to square one now. And it's like,
can you comfort her?
Yeah, can you just go and say, oh my God, I'm sorry. Like it's taken out of context. Like, I swear, I love you. I think you're beautiful. Like, do not let that phase you. Like, he should have just run up to her and say that. And like, it wouldn't have been that big of a deal. Yeah. And so she goes up to cry. She goes up to the dressing room to cry. And then Zeta leaves to go find her. And then all the girls are there. And then Mackenzie's like, can I give you a hug? And she's like, I don't want to draw attention. And then she starts crying. Obviously, Zeta is comforting her and saying all the right things, being like, you know, like, and I think what she was saying was truthful. Like, I think it probably came out and it's now like being shown in the tweet, but like, it has nothing to do with you. And like, he's upset. Right. He's not upset at you. He's upset at like himself for saying something that could mess things up. And like, she's just trying to comfort her. But I was just so annoyed. Was that no, sorry. It's the next time when Phoebe was there watching. And I was like, why are you here?
Right.
Why are you here? So we were back downstairs and we see Nadja and Phoebe talking. And they're like, why, Nadja, are you trying to figure out like with Phoebe, about when Isaiah might have said this just to feed her ego even more.
Exactly. Because she's an instigator.
So annoying. And so maybe Jeff knows something. Jeff, come here. And like Jeff goes in and like, I think he was talking to me, but like I don't remember. I don't remember.
I don't even know. I don't even
know. And I was like, Jeff, you know. And I do like the fact that I wish that Nadja would have like held Jeff to the fire a little bit more, because like Phoebe kept on saying like, you know, he was like my number one champion. He was championing for me. Like he really wanted me to like go for Isaiah and things to work with me on Isaiah. So I wish that like Nadja would hear that and be like, Jeff, like you were pushing this to happen. Like, why isn't Nadja a girl's girl to Sydney at all? Is it because Sydney got
It's because of Isaiah. Because secretly they both hate the fact that he rejected them for her. Right. So now they want to see her suffer and get, and feel bad. And now they want her to feel the rejection that they felt.
Yeah, I don't remember who said that before, but bang on. You're bang on. Yeah. Bang on. So they're getting ready for the night, and Isaiah asks like the guys, like, did I say this? Did I say this? Like, come on, you'd remember when you said that. Like, don't be playing. I don't know.
I think he said it so flippantly, though. I do think he probably was just confused, going through all these things. And I don't know if he really remembered saying it. Like, I don't know.
He had a few chats with Jeff when he's like, oh, she's a different kind of beauty. She's a different kind of beauty. And like, oh, she's really intelligent. And like, going to lodge is a different kind of girl. Like, she's just something else, something different. Like, so they had a couple of those conversations. So he knows when it happens. Like, I don't know. Even if I don't remember something, I usually remember the exact moment when it happened. You know what I mean? Like when somebody said that tweet, I'd be like transported, like, oh, this is the moment when I think it must have happened. Whether you remember saying it word for word, you remember where you were at that point where it could have happened. So I don't believe him at all. But Sydney's still upset. Like if it doesn't go well, she says that she can see herself not being with him anymore. And I was like, oh, this could be like, he better start grafting like hard. If he wants her, because like is he just gonna get dumped? So Isaiah and Jeff talk, and Jeff's like, so what's in your heart right now? I don't know what Isaiah said.
Well, he said that he cares about Sydney. He was like, that's where his heart. He cares about her.
So Jeff was my cheerleader in Casa Amor, says Phoebe. Phoebe and Nadja are with Sydney, and like I'm sick of those two women.
So sick of them. Sick of them.
But like Sydney does not want to talk to either of you.
No, neither one. But they want to glow. It's a glow. I'm telling you, it's a glow disguised as concern. Like they're trying to act
like they're like, oh my god, she's crying over Isaiah.
Yeah,
he's gonna dump her too. So like, she's not better than us.
Exactly. And that's how you can't be my friend, because you low-key resent me. That's terrible. Like unbeknownst to me,
she's just like following her heart, and these two women are plotting her demise. So Sydney, though, doesn't want to talk to him. Not tonight. She just doesn't feel it. So Sydney walks away. She goes up to the dressing room. Zita goes and follows her. All the girls are there. And that's when I was like, I hate that Phoebe's in this room, like watching her cry and watching her see like what Isaiah has made her feel. Like, Sydney, I mean, Phoebe, get out of that. You are part of this cause. Like, get out of there.
Exactly.
So she doesn't know if she'll be able to get past it. Which I'm like, eek. Phoebe and Chad have a conversation. Okay. Phoebe's like, I can't stand the drama. I need to get away from it.
You are the drama.
Am I the drama?
You are.
Me? Am I the drama? Yeah, Phoebe, you are the drama.
I know. I was rolling my eyes and she was talking to him, and he was like, yeah. I'm like, oh, they get on my nerves.
Saying his groupies. I mean, he must like look really good in person. Cause like
he can't.
Wait, did I ask you what you thought about his dancing in the heart rate challenge?
It was nothing. It was nothing.
Like, I don't know. It's just like, dude, like.
It was nothing. It was nothing. I think Jeff, the fireman, I think he got me excited.
He's hot.
Yeah.
Jeff's hot. I'd have fun with Jeff. Timmy would be fun. Like, I like Timmy. Like,
I liked him in Zeta's Love. I wasn't like, him and the lumberjack. That didn't, it wasn't anything sexy about it, but he's funny. I like their love,
I agree.
I think he's cute. You know what I mean? I'm just saying that wasn't like just him and that lumberjack. It wasn't oozing sex appeal.
Okay, Nicole says, the toxic in me is thinking low-key Naja and Phoebe mad that Isaiah picked Sydney over them time and time again. That's why they're trying to keep that comment going.
Yeah, yeah. Mm-hmm. I think it's the intuitive trait in you, not even toxic. I think
it's yeah, you just you recognize toxic patterns, maybe.
Right.
Hi Tasha. Tasha agrees that Mac is a girl's girl. She's always supporting based on Instagram comments. Not that I know her personally. Absolutely, I do find that she's a girl's girl. So but before this, so Jessica had said Jesse should have manned up and really went for Serenity if he was feeling her. If I was Serenity, I would not be worried about Jesse since he couldn't man up in the villa. Well, we know that Jesse is not very experienced in relationships, so I don't know what he will do outside of the villa. But I think that he just wanted to stick with the sure thing with Deb and ride it to the end. And it would be an unsure thing with Serenity because she was coupled up with Chaz. And it would have been a little bit messier, I think.
But I think they would have had more chemistry. The way he kissed her in that challenge,
that's true.
To me, I was like, he don't be kissing Deb like that.
Mm-mm. And Deb was hurt. Deb was hurt. So Isaiah should be happy they didn't say the part about him calling Phoebe an 11 out of 10. That would have been even worse for him. That is true.
Oh yeah, he was talking reckless over there. Yeah.
So Alfred Sisto said the top 4 couples are probably Timmy and Zeta, Jesse and Deb, Jeff and Naja, Isaiah and Sydney. Yeah, I think that those are going to be the top couples no matter what. Don't think they're going to save individual couple. Individuals, a couple should be saved because they aren't going to put bottom 3 couples. Maybe they will put the bottom 3 couples and Isaiah will be down there though in Sydney, Maybe they'll do that.
Oh, hopefully. Please. Please get rid of all of them.
Shirley says, I think Mackenzie really wants to steer away from her usual type, but she and Joel get along well. She even jumped on him and hugged him before bed. Yes, she did.
I thought that was cute.
I was like, wait, she's the only blonde other than Deb, and Deb wouldn't be doing that with Joel. I'm like,
I thought that was cute. And they have good conversation. So maybe it can develop into something.
So I see this is another part that I did like that Mackenzie did as well. So Mackenzie's outside. I think this is when Sydney might have been upstairs crying, and she's explaining to Isaiah why Sydney's upset. And she was being really considerate, and she was being so careful to not make him feel defensive. And I thought that she chose her words really carefully.
Me too.
And then Naja needs to go pipe in there as if she's part of I know how to give advice and explaining why she's upset as well. And I was like, Naja, let Mackenzie have her moment because she was being able to communicate well with Isaiah and Isaiah was understanding. And then you had to come in and you're not even for Sydney. So
no, she's not.
Step aside, please, Naja. So at the end of the episode, we do see finally Isaiah decides to pull Sydney to go for a talk. And she goes and she sits down with him. And she was kind of hiding a smile, which I thought was funny. I was like, is it because you're going to forgive him or because you're just uncomfortable? Why are you smiling? Or hiding it behind whatever coffee or whatever she had, drink. And then she says, I just don't know how to go forward. And that's the end of the episode.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't know.
And I'm like, why did she even have to say something first? He's just looking at her like a puppy dog, but he doesn't say anything. They're just staring at each other. And then she finally says, I just don't know how to move forward. I'm like, why didn't he start off by saying, Sydney, I'm so sorry. He was not saying anything. He's just looking at her
I think he only understands if like she were to yell, and she hasn't been yelling. Like everybody's been always been kind of saying that, oh yeah, Sydney's gonna be, she's gonna pop off, she's gonna be so mad, she's gonna yell. And like she hasn't been reacting in the ways that people have been expecting her to react. So maybe he was just like bracing himself to get yelled at, and then she's not yelling, and she's just like, okay,
and that's another thing. I mean, this is not that Zeta is like the leader or anything, but you know how certain people's energy can just kind of like impact and set the tone. Because remember the first time she was upset with him, she kept saying, I'm so mad. Like she really did want to fuss. And Zeta was like, listen, we're gonna calm down. I don't want you to go out there like that. And like that has always been Zeta's like way to deal with everybody. Like, we're not gonna do this. And so that's why there wasn't that cattiness in, between any of the ladies. Everybody was respecting everybody. Nobody was popping off yelling. And here comes Phoebe. That's another thing I'm saying. She ruins everything.
She does. And like, I don't care for her connections at all.
She doesn't have it.
So CJ says,
she has to try to kiss them to make one. But just off of conversation, she doesn't have any connection.
So CJ says also Sydney is really young and doesn't have that level of confidence yet with her looks. I cried with her too, because who knows what she's struggling with on the inside. Yes, we definitely can tell that it's an inside job that needs to be worked on here for sure. It says Phoebe is weird. She wasn't even comforting Sydney. She was just there. Yeah, just observing and like just taking it in to feed her ego.
She sure was. She sure was.
V says, I might have said this before, but Nadia's relationship with Jeff is so boring. She has to fiddle with other people's business. Yeah.
It's true.
It is strange how Nadia's buddy with Phoebe these days. Producer asked her to do that. No, I'm sure she just loves anybody else that was rejected by Isaiah.
Yeah.
Yep. I did notice that when the girls were comforting Phoebe, comforting her, Phoebe was busy looking at herself. It seemed like she's only there because she felt like she had to. It would have been
because she wants to pretend she's a girl's girl, but it's a fraud. It's a fraud. She is a fraud.
See, Jessica is agreeing with me here. I think it's weird that even Sydney didn't question Jeff about cheering on Phoebe in Casa. She's emotional about Isaiah, so she probably hasn't processed it yet. She may be upset later with Jeff. I mean, that's what I was saying about Nadja. And then I was like, oh, right. But Nadja doesn't want, like, she wants Phoebe to get Isaiah over Sydney. So she's not going to hold Jeff to the fire. Didn't appreciate them telling Sydney that they talked to Jeff and that he confirmed the comment. Like, what kind of friendship is that? No thanks, ma'am. Yeah, just like Sydney's probably just sitting there like, why am I talking to these girls that hate me? Like,
right.
Why am I here? Phoebe and Nadja were taking selfies while Sydney was crying. Such bitter snakes. Yeesh, I didn't notice that. Yeah. I'll try to get my Phoebe voice down. What do you think about Serenity and Tyler together and possibly dating? I didn't know that. Love it. I love it.
The one that she was originally coupled
the guy with long hair.
Yeah, I just couldn't. He just was being so reserved on when he was on there. They didn't like kiss and stuff. Like he made it very known that he wanted to be coupled up with her. And when guys were coming in, he was like, no, like that's who I'm with. And he kept telling everyone that he really liked her, but I didn't feel that he showed her because she was like itching to see, like he wasn't kissing her, he wasn't, and so I didn't understand. But are they dating? Is she saying they are dating?
I think that she's saying that they are possibly dating now outside of the villa.
Okay, I would be interested to see how that goes.
Go for that, for sure.
Maybe he's different outside of the villa, when cameras aren't on him.
Joel says if Isaiah doesn't learn real fast to be responsive to his partner 24/7, he will have difficulties in all relationships in his life. Well, yes, he needs to get a little bit quicker there. I see it on social media. Nadia McKenzie was getting a lot of props for talking to Isaiah about the Sydney thing. Nadia's getting props about that. Like Nadia just jumped on that bandwagon because like,
didn't she?
Ooh, Miss McKenzie's like really getting. I want to be the person that looks like I'm like supporting. Let me go say something. Quiet.
She think that one dimple gonna get her somewhere.
Both Sydney and Isaiah are only 20. Sydney's 22. I believe someone just corrected me, but both so young.
Yes, so young.
By the time you're 21, you need to know to be comforting if people near you hurt. Period. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you should know that, but
mm-hmm.
I don't know why
people aren't.
Phoebe doesn't know that.
Yeah.
Don't know why. Based on an IG story, Serenity and Tyler have been together. Okay.
Ooh, I need to start following her. I don't even follow her.
I do follow, but maybe I'll put a little notification on.
Yes.
Oh, Harry's like, I don't know why you're playing into the beauty levels by pointing out Sydney's blotchy skin. Are we trying to stop this sort of talk? We're talking about how that could be what her insecurities are. So what do you mean?
Right. We're not saying that, it's a problem. We were trying to say that maybe she had something internally that she needed to work through and of why that comment affected her so badly. And then I was just thinking, I didn't understand. Maybe it was because she felt like she uses a tanner and he's talking about natural beauty and, but we think that she is pretty and she can do whatever she wants to do with her beauty. So we're not trying to talk about her. Please don't think that we wouldn't
definitely not. We're not trying to trash talk Sydney at all. We're team Sydney, 100%. Right. I would never tweet anything like that. For sure. Harry looking for an argument where there isn't one. Nicole calling you out. But like we weren't trying to be mean about Sydney at all.
No.
And we also even like brought into the fact that like we accept putting on makeup and doing whatever you want to do to make yourself feel better. And so, I don't really have much more to say about the comment because it doesn't really mean anything.
He was multitasking. He was listening to us and he was doing something else and he kind of just misunderstood. I think that's what happened.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. And also though, women are a little bit more allowed to maybe understand what's going on in another woman's beauty or what they're experiencing. I would say, Harry, if you were saying that, maybe we could have a problem with it because you shouldn't be commenting. But we know some of the things that women go through on a daily basis. And so we can understand how that could be something that could hurt her or allow her to have some insecurities. So,
right.
Anyways, we weren't coming from a bad place anyways. We were just trying to understand where Sydney's coming from and support her.
Yeah.
Anyways, anything else from this episode that you want to talk about?
No. Oh, I forgot to tell you, in Unseen Bits, Deb did make up an obstacle course because she was like, they were just like laying around and weren't doing anything. So she tried to make up this obstacle course and then she picked teams and her team lost because Jessie couldn't do it. It was funny, but she was like putting pillows down and then you had to move the floaty to the other side of the pool. You had to hop on here and do this. So I see that, she tries to do fun stuff to like make the time go by. It seems like she's the fun police. Not the fun police, but the fun party starter. Like, let's do something instead of just sitting around here.
Sorry, I just got cut. Like, Jessica, I did not hear the news about Laura quitting Love Island UK. So the reason why this is so shocking, and so Laura. Okay, so the original host for Love Island UK was Caroline Flack, and she was amazing. She like at one point dated Harry Styles. Like she was a great presenter.
Oh, okay.
But she got into a lot of like the media in the UK is a lot different, and they follow people around, and like every move that they make is in the media, and like the tabloids just want to tear people down. And so she was in a relationship with her boyfriend, and I don't know exactly what happened, but there might have been some sort of physical altercation or something like that. And like then the media, the tabloids were really coming at her, and she I believe that she couldn't take it anymore, and she ended up taking her life. And so when that happened, that season, there was a winter season of Love Island that same year, that the winter that she passed away was Laura Whitmore came on. And so Laura Whitmore is actually married to and has a child, I believe, with Ian Sterling. And so she was a host. She's from Ireland. No, not Ian Sterling, but Ian Sterling is the host, the presenter, like the narrator.
Okay.
That's Ian Ziering. But so Ian Sterling is the guy, the voice that they brought from the UK, the Matthew Hoffman from the UK. And so they were together. And so she started doing season 6, 7, and 8, but she's not been resonating with the fans at all. Like, none of us can stand her. Like, we all love Caroline Flack, and like she just is like not a good, kind of like how we don't particularly like Sarah. Like even more so with Laura. And so this is shocking. Maybe because like people were saying that she was terrible, which she kind of was. UK people is more mature, at least, to take it slow, take the show more seriously. Gemma is 19, and she's probably the most mature person I've ever seen on Love Island show from around 22, 24. Yeah, I agree. She's pretty mature. Definitely more mature than Phoebe. I would love to hear what she has to say to Phoebe if Phoebe was doing that to her. Positive vibe, peoples, and I like that we can have candid conversations about body image because it's important. Thank you, Marcia. Yes, only positive vibes only. We weren't trying to tear anybody down. We were trying to big people up and have understanding for what people might be going through. Well, thank you for that tea, Jessica. I need to go and investigate because I know that Tamika will love hearing that. So I'm going to send her that news clip because Tamika is not a fan of Laura Whitmore.
Oh, she's not? Oh, okay.
No bueno. All right. Well, thank you, everybody, for hanging out with us today. We'll be live again tonight after The Bachelorettes. To talk about that episode. And then tomorrow at around this same time, we will talk about tonight's episode of Love. Oh, wait, there's no episode.
It's not coming on tonight, right?
Never mind. We'll see you then probably like Thursday, I think.
Wednesday? Oh no, because you have a lot going on Wednesday.
Oh no, Wednesday we could do, Wednesday we could do Tuesday show. And then Thursday we can do Wednesday show. Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, because you have a lot usually going on Wednesday.
I mean, just because I go for the challenge, we go live for the challenge, and so that unless you want to do a late night on Wednesday, we could do that.
Okay, yeah, it's fine.
We'll see. Thank you, CJ.
Thank you, CJ.
You should try to watch Jared and Kat live. Where did they do it? They on what?
Are they on now?
Let's see. Are they on now? Let's see before we go. Kat. Not live right now, no. Oh, the live will be 8 p.m. PST. Come join us. Oh, today. I will record it then.
Okay, yeah, because we got to watch Bachelorette.
Wait, 8 PST, that's 11.
Oh, 11 Eastern time?
Hold on.
Oh, okay, yeah. We might be on here. So you'll record it?
I could try to, I'll put my phone and screen record it in like another room.
Okay.
Okay, thanks for letting us know, Jaquan. Appreciate you.
Yes.
Awesome. Thank you, Charlene.
Thank you, Charlene.
Love you too, Dolores. I'm gonna watch the episode now. Then circle back and watch the replay. Yes, thank you, Selena. Thanks, Jaquan.
Thank you, Jaquan.
You guys are
great. Marsha, Tasha, Nicole.
You guys are great.
Dana, Dolores.
Yes, on Instagram. Perfect. Thank you, Dana. Please hit the like button. Please leave a comment as to which couple do you want dumped the most? I would love to hear that. And yeah, make sure you subscribe to the channel. You know the drill. But we'll be back to talk about The Bachelorette later if you want to join us then. So other than that, we'll see you to Wednesday at 6 p.m. Eastern. Right? Right. Okay. Bye. Thanks, everybody.
Bye.